Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Yellow, and hey, it's the 10th episode! Woohoo! Kinda surprised that I actually had the patience to take it this far, because I don't think in my previous attempt on this LP I never even got here. Instead, I guess I'm just a little bit more motivational to this type of project these days. Anywho, in the previous episode we got through Mount Moon, but not before we dealt weekly with our favorite failure duo of the 90s, Team Rocket's Jesse and James. And my god, beating them up is always so much fun, no matter whether you do it yourself or watch it from the TV. And after we finished that, we arrived here at Cerulean City, where, as you can see, is the next gym and thus our next badge to obtain. However, there's a couple of things you might, or actually I would highly recommend you do before going into this gym. Otherwise, your Pokemons are going to be helplessly under-leveled here, and that's not good at all. Anywho, because let me tell you, not to sound mean, but let's just say that the gym leader here, despite also having just 2 Pokemons, can be a little bit annoying. Oh, and speaking about the gym leader, actually let me show around a couple of places here. There's really nothing too much to show, but I'm gonna show a couple of places here before finally starting to talk about something that I already mentioned in the previous episode. My biggest shame ever in the history whenever I've been playing this game. Because here in Cerulean City, I used to do the most dumbest thing imaginable compared to how you can perform it normally. Anywho, our first stop is here. Crescent Caves handled easily. Bike shop. Yes, the bike shop. Now, bike is a very nice item. It makes you move a hell of a lot more faster. Definitely is superior to walking. So hey, what do you say we actually go buy a bike? So let's see, how much do these cost? Let's see. Okay, so how much for the bike, buddy? 1 million $? No! I'm sorry, but no. 1 million $? Are you kidding me? Is this how the government here funds itself? Because think about it for a second, think about it. What have we seen? We have seen a free healthcare here for Pokemons, and apparently the humans around here are freaking immortals, never gaining any sickness or bone fractures or anything like that, because there doesn't seem to be any human hospitals around. And outside of the Pokemarts where they sell stuff for Pokemons, no food, or actually there is later on at least something resembling something that could be offered to humans, but mostly it's just for Pokemon, so apparently the people in this world don't even need to freaking eat. But apparently they still have the need to sleep, considering that we have pets and all. Figure that one out. So, based on that, considering how costly the bike is, that gotta be some crooked up plan from the government of this world to fund its actions. There's no other explanation. However, fear not, we shall be getting a bike a little bit later, because there is a way, thank god, to get it free. Because can you imagine what kind of a hell would it be like to collect $1 million $? My god, I don't even think there's enough for trainers in this game to reach that sum of money. I could be wrong though. Anywho, there are two houses. Actually, this one house here and the other one over here. I'm gonna show this one here. Now, this guy, whenever you talk to him, Pokemon badges are owned only by skilled trainers. I see you have at least one. Those badges have some amazing secrets. Now then, which of the 8 badges should I describe? This guy basically will tell just about whatever these badges do, like what kind of abilities they enable you to use, what kind of stats it increases, and like in the case of the badge that we are going to gain next, Cascade badge, just how high can you train your Pokemon before they become a little bit unpredictable and disobeying to you. So let's check out the Cascade badge, our next one. Pokemon up to level 30 will obey you. Any higher, they become unruly. It also lets you use God outside of battle. Now then, which of the 8 badges should I describe? Now, I could go and even check out all of these badges that we haven't gotten yet, but I really don't think... Actually, I even have to question the existence and need for this guy, because every single gym leader tell you what their badges do to you and your stats, so... Well, it's... This guy being here is kinda... How should I put it? Redundant and unnecessary. But I guess if you just want to know beforehand what each of the badges do, I guess you can always talk to this guy and find out. Not that it really matters. There's that much, cause yeah, like I said, the gym leaders themselves usually tell you after the battle just what their badges give you, or enable you to do. So, those were the 2 locations that I wanted to show. And now, to the embarrassment of my gaming life ever. Now, actually, let me set up something. What do you think Pokemon Yellow has the best? What do you think is the best thing about Pokemon Yellow? Now, some of you may say that it's the fact that this thing actually manages to copy and imitate the anime without breaking too much of the gameplay from the original 2 games. Some may argue that the graphics may look a little bit better and overall looks a little bit nicer than the previous versions. That could be one reason. But there's also a third one that I think is highly possible that makes people like this game. And that fact is that whenever you played Red and Blue, did you ever wonder what it would like to actually own other starter Pokemon? Like if you started with Squirtle, did you ever thought of, oh man, and I wish I would have started with Charmander or at least tried out Bulbasaur. I wonder how cool those Pokemon would have been in my team. Well, people, in Pokemon Yellow, that dream can come true because you can actually gain all 3 starter Pokemons in Pokemon Yellow. I shit ye not, you literally can do that starting here at Cerulean City inside this house, where there's this daycare lady, and looky here, she has a Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur as it calls itself. So yeah, one of the originals, the very first one, right here, right at the reach of your hand in Cerulean City. This is awesome beyond reason, and the way how you obtain this Bulbasaur is... Well, now remember when I think at least I've said that this Happy as Rate on Pikachu actually has some functional purpose in this game? Well, this is it. You see, this is actually, at least I think this is the biggest one that I think of that exists in this game, is that If you manage to keep your Pikachu happy enough, this lady will give you the Bulbasaur for free. If your Pikachu is not happy enough, she will not give it to you until you make it more happy. So let's see what does she think that is our Pikachu happy enough now? Apparently we haven't made Pikachu happy enough. And I'm glad that we didn't, because kind of a good point to talk about the embarrassment. You see, usually when you play the way that I've been playing during this LP, trying to keep Pikachu out as much as possible, to use him as much as possible. Usually, by the time when you get out from Mount Moon, your Pikachu is happy enough so that this lady will give you the Bulbasaur. So there's really no need for you to do anything. However, I did not know that. Or actually I didn't even think of that, because during the earlier attempts I played this game, the way how I trained my Pokemons was really crappy way. I always try to keep my team almost at the exact same level as the highest Pokemon in that team, which means that towards the end my team became incredibly imbalanced. And as you can imagine, my Pikachu wasn't happy enough either. So then when I started to wonder, how the heck can I make Pikachu happy enough so that I can gain in Bulbasaur? Then by accident, when through pure luck, at that time, when I actually beaten and the gym leader here using only Pikachu, I noticed that then it was more than happy enough for this lady to give me the Bulbasaur. And for the longest time, I thought that was the only way to make Pikachu happy enough. Just to defeat the gym leader of this city with just Pikachu. And as you can imagine, that kind of made this gym leader in this city sort of a hell for me. Literally. When I did that, this felt like the most difficult freaking gym leader fight ever. And I did that just a little bit before I did any sort of practice ball on this for this LP, or before I started this LP. I still believed that. Until one day when I was stuck at that point when I just couldn't seem to beat the gym leader with just Pikachu, I finally went to YouTube to see was there any alternate way, and there was. And it was simple. So simple that when I saw it on the video, my jaw dropped. I think my balls dropped also, but I managed to somehow pick them up soon enough. And I was stunned, and I think I would have actually burst out laughing hysterically from terror and shock and sadness if I wouldn't be able to keep myself together. You wanna know what that video showed? You wanna know what is the most simplest trick to make Pikachu happy? This is the trick. After all the hell I went through with this city's gym leader, for all those years, I just recently find out that if your Pikachu's not happy enough, just spam potion on it when it's at full health. I'm not even kidding, even if I hope so. This is enough for you to gain the Bulbasaur. So let's do that, just to prove that I'm not pulling your leg. We're gonna give Pikachu about, let's say, 5 times this potion here. That should make it happy daddy. And once more. And now, if we check on Pikachu, as you can see, he is happy. So now, when you talk to the lady, yes. And that is how you game Bulbasaur. I honest to God did never know or even think that was one of the ways to game Bulbasaur. I never thought that, and I feel completely stupid and embarrassed for that. My God, was I a complete jackass. Wow. Or actually dumbass would be a little bit better word, cause jackass means more of a jerk. Anywho, giving a nickname to Bulbasaur, I'm not going to give him one because, as odd as this sounds, I'm not planning to use any of the original starter Pokemons in my team. I don't know, okay, I'm gonna say this right away, they are really good Pokemons when you train them up, and especially when you get to their final forms, and if you take all three of them into your team, they basically cover up each other's weaknesses. One is a powerhouse, one is a balanced player, and the other one is more specialized on special attacks. So, they really compile with each other. And yet, I don't know, I've used them in the past, they are good Pokemons, but I don't know, I just haven't felt like using them because I think they're the more common Pokemons that people usually take into their teams if they're playing this game and making LPs of it. At least that's how I've interpreted. I could be wrong though. Anywho, with this we have gained one new Pokemon, Bulbasaur. Now, sadly, I don't have any of the pretty stats on the screen as I usually do when I'm talking about how good the stats are, but unless I recall wrong, Bulbasaur is more of the special type attacker, being the grass poison type he is. But overall, Bulbasaur is really good. Good grass type in my opinion. Not the best, mind you, but for being a starter Pokemon and being a grass type, he's pretty good. He's pretty good in fact. So if you want to use Bulbasaur and any of its evolved form and want a rather a strong special attacker yet still somewhat balanced grass type Pokemon, go ahead and pick Bulbasaur, definitely won't regret it. Pretty good for the very first Pokemon ever discovered. In Kanto region, that is. I don't know, according to the National Pokédex, what the heck is even the first discovered Pokemon these days? I don't know. Okay, anywho, let me see, this could be a little bit tight, and why did I come in here? Our Pokemon don't need a health. Yeah, I feel like it, you guys. Okay, what the hell, we might as well end this episode with a bang. And I really don't wanna start the next episode with this one, cause, well, I kinda want to just focus on talking about some random stuff now that I've got the embarrassing stuff out of the way. So, let's see our team order. And in case you were wondering why I am pottering with team order, well, reason is simple. We have a destined battle coming up, or battle that we cannot avoid. And that activates once we take a few steps upwards here. And... Yo, Tachiri! You're still struggling along back here? I'm doing great, I got a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Here, let me see what you got, Tachiri. Yup, time to battle with our rival, and no, I'm not giving bios to this little prick. Why? Cause I dislike him so much. Okay, not really, but I really don't think it's really... I know this may seem a little bit cheap for not putting his bios up, but the thing is I'm actually planning to put bios of our rivals up whenever we encounter him once his EV evolves. I know that's a little bit weird, but that's just how I like to do this. I hope you guys don't mind. And besides, I'm not going to bother with bios right now, because let's just start this fight. So he's gonna start off with Spiro, and we're gonna Thundershock this bird. Couple levels higher than me, but should be too big of a problem. And ooh, paralyzed, yes. Ooh, boy, you went down with ease. Wow, witch. And he's gonna whip out Sandshrew. It's a little bit high level, but we just got ourselves a brass ass kicker, so go out there, Bulbasaur. Sadly, he doesn't have anything like Line Whip yet, but Leech is actually kinda good for this situation. Assuming he doesn't die at the first hit. Okay, he didn't. Good. Do that. Unless I'm wrong, this Sandshrew does have a slash. Oh dear god, that was close. So you gotta be a little bit careful. Or actually, okay, no, I take that back. I think Sandshrew learns and stat move until like, well, at least above level 50. It should have this at this point, and my god, if actually Paras can do good enough against this Sandshrew, I'm going to be really surprised. Let's see if Stun Force hits this thing. You suck! Okay, going just for the scratch line. Wow, Sandshrew's doing kinda sucky damage to Paras. Not that Paras is hitting it so hard itself. And sent that, but it failed. Haha! Ooh, and Stun Spore connected. If Paras seriously can take down this Sandshrew, wow. Looking good so far. Oh my god. Are you actually going to do it, Paras? Are you actually trying to prove me that you aren't the suckiest suck that ever sucked? Let's see if you can do that. Oh my god. Paras! Paras! Okay, I take back. Maybe you aren't as sucky as I recalled. Wow. Honest to god, the thing this Pokemon was, if it is useful. And he's gonna whip out Predator, but we luckily have the ultimate rat killer. The Raging Monkey! Haha! Okay, that was a kind of bad pun. And I swear to god, if you crit hit me with a freaking quick attack, I'm gonna rage. Tail Whip. Wow. That helps you a lot. See, you're dead. One shot. Down you go. Bye-bye. Best control. And he's gonna whip out Eevee, and if I want to, I could basically take it out in one hit. With Monkey probably, but let's give Pikachu a time to shine, shall we? His starter versus my starter. No better way to do this. Gonna Thunder Wave it, just in case. He felt his Spell Whip, and I'm gonna spam Double Team. I'm a dick. Okay. Apparently you still can hit me. Missed. Okay, let's get to Thundershocking. Oh. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'll take it back. Monkey, monkey, come out here and kill this little fucker for me, please. Wow! I just, by the way, realized that when I'm doing these episodes and the commentary for this, I sound like I am having a slight Tourette syndrome. Wow. Monkey, please hit and don't be affected by that freaking sand attack. I said don't be affected by it. Down you go. Bye-bye. Walter grew to level 17. And Monkey went up as well. Hey, take it easy. You won already. Hey, guess what? I went to Bill's and got him to show me his rare Pokemon. That added a lot of pages to my Pokédex. After all, Bill's was famous as a Pokemaniac. He invented the Pokemon storage system on PC. Since you're using his system, go thank him. Well, I better get rolling. Smell ya later. Yeah, you just prancy away, buddy. You just prancy away with your fake Elvis hair. Dick. Okay, anywho, I think after that battle we're going to go quickly heal at Pokemon Center and end today's surprisingly long episode here. That battle took a little bit longer than I thought it would, cause that Sandshrew can be a little bit problem if you don't have grass or water type to counter with it. So later on he's going to get a lot more troublesome Pokemons to handle with. And actually, although I said that I'm only playing the 2 files for a rifle, once his EV fully evolves, if you feel like commenting about it, please tell me, would you still want me to like do some, would you still want me to do bios on him, and should I really just show, like, sort of as a recap bios on our previous encounters with him, because I really don't know, seeing how I'm already doing bios for team leaders and team Rocket members, for Jesse and James, I really don't know, should I really make a bio for a rifle until the very last time we meet him. That is an epicness of such scale that it would be a shame not to have a bio in there. But that's a different story, and definitely not gonna say any more to that, otherwise I spoil the whole game for you. Anywho, I do believe that is more than good enough for one episode. So, I hope you people enjoyed this new episode of Pokemon Yellow, and until next time, Dr. John signing out and saying bye-bye everyone. See you later!